not a dog, you might as well sit down. Shot clock is under 3 already on this possession. Got to get it up. The fadeaway J won't fall under pressure for Terrence Brown.
Nice job, though, by the big fella staying on your feet. Don't go for any shot fakes.
Peterson, that one off the heel.
I think you got to also, if you're Bill Self, live with some of those questionable shots from Peterson. One, because he's so talented.
Yep.
But on good job. Struggled last game, Tim. I know we've talked a lot about him.
Yeah, 2 out of 16.
Yeah, and 0 points, 4 turnovers in that first half.
Nice.
Aggressive from behind that 3-point arc, but you also have to remember Kansas leads the Big 12 and guarding that line, and they're top 15 nationally. I know Coach Self has lost. You can see it in his face. He's lost a little weight. He looks good, though. Like you talked about, he's still spry.
Yeah.
You know what you know. You can't, because when you go from level to level, you're just not sure, especially this conference, how guys are going to adapt. And Council's done a wonderful job.
And you see Sanders under stress that time. Jayhawks picking up the D. Another alley-oop.
Kansas team has won in so many different ways. But that last game against Tech, they were down 9 with 6 minutes to play, went on a 17-4 run to finish that game, Tim. So just when you think you got them in a good spot, you just have so many weapons. Obviously, DP knocking down 2 threes. There's only 2 field goals of that second half. That was impressive.
And by the way, if you've not seen Texas Tech or a lot of these Big 12 teams, they are loaded. This league is absolutely loaded. And you notice these perimeter jumpers not as easy.
People, how great of shooters they are from deep. He really appreciates that 2-point shot. Now, I know analytically a lot of people will disagree with me, but it's like a layup for him, Tim. And you saw that jump shot right there. He had a fall away from the baseline. The floor a little bit, Tim. And Kansas is doing a pretty good job staying in front and keeping them on one side. Because of the switching, you see a white jersey pop out, you start to go back the way you came from.
McHenry, he's rejected on Selection Sunday. But right now, teams like Iowa State, along with this Kansas team, I believe can round into shape these next 3 weeks and be as good as anybody. As we see the near turnover, Brown does get the turnover and takes it all the way to the rack. And step back for Donnie Mack, and he's fouled.
6th in the country in field goal percentage at almost 68%. And obviously those 2 are first in the league.
How about that? What's that old saying? One pass begets another pass,
I guess.
And then a delivery.
Well, that's why he's shooting almost 70% from the field. The unselfishness of his teammates.
Bidunga gets it at point-blank range, and he knows where to go. 30-23. Always looking for those slips and those quick cuts with the offense spread out. That's a tough shot, but it does.
But above the arc, and 3 for 8 for Utah. That's pretty efficient. I'm surprised they haven't taken more of those threes.
There's another one of those little
Tiller.
Bang, bang, bang.
Goodness.
And right to Bidunga that gets the job done off the feed from Tiller.
Bryson Tiller could get drafted just off of his passing ability and his size alone. And his offense is going to come. He's 6'10" with a 7'3" wingspan. They like that. He contests. He can be better defensively, but boy, can he pass the ball.
Another both ends of the floor. He's active. 40-38. And this is as quiet as I believe I've ever heard it.
Yeah, I agree.
Inside this arena.
Oh, there you go. Passing from Bidunga and Tiller. I think when it's initiated by Tiller, you have more success. You want Bidunga to be a scorer. You want him to go finish like that.
Yeah. He can do it all for you at any given time. Jayhawks back up by 6. Brown in traffic. Well, you turn down one shot. That's going to get well defended there. Inside Bidunga. He rushed.
That the crowds have over officials.
Now, let me say this to you, too. Sean Mooney, who played for Rick Majerus in the early 90s, got the team to the Sweet 16, by the way, in 91.
Game, you start to believe in yourself a little bit more if you're Utah. But they've lost 9 of 10, but 8 of those 10, Tim, they've given up 80 or more. I don't know if Kansas is going to get to 80.
And those
you used it up.
Either Terrence Brown or McHenry get warm. I mean, look out. Utah is dangerously hanging around. Here, you allow Kansas to get up by, say, a dozen or more, then the avalanche can come. That's a good pass on the baseline. Okonkwo had it, lost.
You need them both on the same page at the same rate, especially in this building against Kansas.
Dawes is going to solo here. Why not? He's done it all. Well, this is going to be now his 18th game this season with 2 or more blocks. And his efficiency rating is off the charts. No question about that. From the Republic of Congo. You know, the work ethic that you find from these players. And you know this, having seen so many international guys through the years. Coaches just didn't want to see it. And that goes all the way back to the days of guys like Darnell Valentine in the early 80s. Kansas was just a dominant program and remains so with Bill Self. Look at that. A very likable young man. It's easy in today's transactional era to think otherwise.
It's easy to be likable when you're best player on the floor every single night.
And Bidunga goes reversal. He's got 17.
I agree with you, though. I don't think he's playing for anything other than right now, especially when he literally has a lottery ticket waiting to be cashed in.
Correct.
He knows the numbers. They've already won.
About what's ahead for him. His general manager, the guy that's helping him, is the guy that hired him for a D-League job that he left Rick Majerus for at St. Louis when he was on his staff back in 2012. And Wes Wilcox is now the GM for the program here at Utah. There's Bidunga again with another rejection. Brown's going to be seeing this in his sleep tonight. All those drives to the basket that number 40 knocked away. But don't sleep on Utah in the future. They're going to be around, and it's going to be a tremendous program again, the way they're accustomed to seeing it in Salt Lake City. Again. Why that